this often, especially amongst her fans, where you married a white man. Oh, well, that tells you everything. First off, I wanted to just imagine the shoe is on the other foot. So let's use an example of an interracial couple. Serena Williams is...
Okay, I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to this deeply. Listen to what she's saying. Black America, listen to what Candace Owens is saying about this. Reverse the shoe. Because black people are always talking about a black woman or black man married to a white person. Now, I used to be on that same bullshit. Like, yo, you sold out your community because you married a black dude married a white woman. Now, granted, listen to this. I do feel that black people do, once they become successful, they do seems to marry out of their race. Now, I do agree with that part of it, that, and I wish that we would stop as black men doing that. Specifically black men. I wish that black men would stop marrying outside their race once they become successful and rich. And a lot of sports players do it, a lot of entertainers do it, and I hate that. And also, too, with the black community, as far as black men specifically, if you notice, when black men get money, they marry, if you're not white, you're damn near white. They get something damn the closest to white as they can. So that's something that I want us to stop. I wish we would stop doing as black men once we become successful. But what she's saying right here, listen to this. This is deep right here. That's why I fucks with Candace. Listen to this.
Married to Alex Ohanian, and that is the founder of Reddit. So she is easily, I mean, anybody would say Serena is the greatest athlete on the face of the planet. She is black, she is proud to be black, and she fell in love with a white man who is a techie, a Silicon Valley techie. I want you to imagine that Alex Ohanian and Mark Zuckerberg get into a silicon spat online. And rather than Mark Zuckerberg answering Alex Ohanian on the points that he made, Alex and Mark start talking about the fact that Alex is married to a black woman. Could you imagine if Mark Zuckerberg put up a video in which he said, well, the problem with you is you betrayed your race because you married a black B-I-T-C-H and you're with somebody who has a black vagina. Just imagine what the world would do, right? If Mark Zuckerberg got on an Instagram Live and said something about the fact that Serena was black and called out Alex for betraying his race. How would the world react? The world would go absolutely crazy. Mark Zuckerberg would have to set...
She is absolutely right. The world would go crazy. And the sad thing about blacks is that we condone racism. We are the biggest voices of racism, man. We are a racist community. We are quick to call a white person a cracker. We quick to call... We quick to talk about how a black person sold out their race to a white person. But if a white person said the same thing, like, okay, so say if the man Serena Williams married, the white people say, oh, you sold out your race because you married a black woman. Black people will be talking about, oh man, that man is racist. So what makes it different? What makes it right when Cardi B says that she sold out her race by marrying a white man? She's racist. Cardi B is racist. But she's sitting here calling Donald Trump a racist. Cardi B, you a racist.
All the shares in his company, stepped down as the CEO, he would be gone, he would be canceled tomorrow, because it's unbelievably racist and it would be despicable for him to make an attack to suggest that a white man betrayed his race because he married a black woman. It would be, you couldn't even think of this scenario because it would not be okay. I mean, he'd probably get knocked off of Facebook himself for harassment and discrimination and for being a flagrant racist. But for some reason, when Cardi B does this, we don't see that feedback in the media. We don't see the media going, wait a second, that's actually very racist for her to suggest that blacks and whites shouldn't be marrying. So I want to also give you a history lesson on that and why it's one of the most despicable things that you're seeing a lot of young black people say today. First and foremost, when you want to talk about Black history in this very same breath that you suggest that blacks and whites should not be married, it shows that you know absolutely nothing about your history. You have absolutely no idea what your ancestors fought for. And I would point to all of you guys to go examine the Supreme Court case of Loving versus Virginia, when a black woman and a white man, Mildred Loving and Richard Loving, fell in love and decided to do something quite simple and get married in Virginia. And because there were racial codes then, and they believed in racial integrity, there was something called the Racial Integrity Act in Virginia that was passed in the 1920s. They arrested them and they sentenced them to a year in prison. So just imagine our black ancestors being sentenced to a year in prison because they simply fell in love with a white man. This was a sort of discrimination and racism that went on in the South all over America. And these people fought for the right to love one another and took it all the way to the Supreme Court and scored the first win that actually illegalized miscegenation, which illegalized racial codes that didn't allow blacks and whites to get married. That's a little history lesson for you of what our ancestors have been through, just for the right to love who they love, so that, you know, Serena can marry Alex and nobody can say anything, and that's allowed to be. And now we have dramatically arrived into a society where you have people like Cardi B with a platform of 75 million people who is attacking the very same thing that our ancestors fought for, racial integration, for the right to fall in love with someone because of the person that they are. Suggest that because I'm married to a white man, my father-in-law must be in the KKK. It would be as racist as Mark Zuckerberg in the scenario that I just gave, suggesting that Serena Williams' father is in the Bloods of the Crips. Like, oh, go, Alex, marry that woman. You betrayed your race. You want to be with that black woman. Look what she's doing to you. You're a race traitor. Your father-in-law is in the Bloods of the Crips. Based on no knowledge, no facts, just assigning something disgusting to someone on the basis of their skin color. That is outward racism, okay? So when you ask why people that are black conservatives speak out against this, and when you say, oh, it's because they want to send the black community back, you're wrong. No, we're trying to keep the black community forward, and we're calling out the black celebrities, Hispanic celebrities that are actually trying to send our community backwards. What she is talking about is not racial justice. What she wants is racial injustice. And if you're following that, by the way, if you're a white person, you've downloaded her music, she just let you know what she thinks about you. She believes in racial segregation. She believes that blacks and whites shouldn't come together. I know all of her millions.
Y'all hear this? Yo, I mean, basically, that's what she's saying. She's basically saying that blacks should marry blacks and whites should marry whites. So she's actually condoning, or she's actually being a separatist. So now, in the same sense, Cardi B, you sit here and call Donald Trump a racist. Really? And Biden is like, this is what Biden is putting on his table to help him win votes. Cardi B, I've been told y'all, like, if y'all look at my page, y'all follow me, y'all look back at my pages, man, I always said this about this rap music, these black women, this disgusting music, and how this music and these rappers are actually setting us back years. They're sending us back so many years, man, that we are just a disgusting race right now, man. Our race is, that's why we're being laughed at. That's why our black men are being killed, man, because of people like Cardi B. And these are the people that you 90 babies and 2,000 babies are putting on y'all platform, are putting on y'all pedestals, and saying these are the people that we are listening to. These are the people that are controlling our minds. These are the people that we're going to let be our agenda. No, man, I'm never, white people, I will never ever listen. Cardi B does not represent me. She does not represent me. But this woman right here, man, I believe in her. I fucks with Candace Owens, and for the record, bro, I fucks with Candace Owens, yo, all the way. Everything this woman have said so far to me has been right on point. She's right on point. Only people that don't listen, only people that can't nobody ever give me a legitimate logical reason why they don't like this woman, other than she votes for Trump. Okay, what has Trump done wrong to black people? What has Trump done wrong to black people? Nothing. He has done nothing wrong to black people. But black people tend to dislike this man. And the only reason why they dislike him is because other people don't like him. Other races don't like him. Chinese people don't like him. Spanish people don't like him. Oh, he building a wall for Chinese people. For the foreigners. Yeah, foreigners don't need to be in this country. But that's another story. But I fucks with Candace Owens, man.